Welcome back to my channel and thank you very much for coming. My name is Amanda Tanadinara, and in today's video I want to share some of my 2021 planner lineup and stash and basically how I'm going to use it. Some of them are my everyday planner that I open and some of them are reference planner. So tag along if you're interested. So, before I start digging into all this planner, I want to share a little bit of my background. I discovered planning and journaling in April 2020, and I do have an entire video of my roller coaster 2020 planner journey, and I will link it in the description below. It was quite a wild ride, but basically, I'm so excited because 2021 will be my first time having this planner lineup. I think I discovered my planning system and what worked for me, and I will see how it goes for 2020. So yes, let's start. The first part that I would like to share with you is basically my everyday planners. These 4 planners are something that I open at least once a day, either to update my personal to-do list, my work, or anything like that. The first one that I'm going to share is this Hobonichi Avac in A6. So the Avac is basically a half year. This one has the January till June. And then there's another book that is basically from July till December. It's 1 year in 2 separate books. Why I chose the Avac one is because it's thinner so that I can easily carry it for portability, and also if I put like washi or sticker, it doesn't get bulked up very much. I am using this Hobonichi as my personal catch them all. Basically, it is going to catch anything that I would like to write for the day. Either it's to-do list, either it's my feeling for the day, or how my day went, my schedule, whatever I want to put, because it is like a 1 day per page format. So a couple reasons on why I want to use Hobonichi for my 2021 personal main planner is because number 1, it is dated. My experience in my 2020 while doing my planning or journaling was whenever I want to write something down in the future, I was like, okay, I haven't printed them because I was using a ring planner and I didn't want to, did all the hassle to print just so that I can write something down, or either I also have not created the template because I was also trying to draw everything myself with the template and it was too much. The activation energy for me to just plan was a little too high. And basically I just want to cut that down because I just want to use the planner. So I got the dated one. And then number 2, it is bound book. It is a weird reason, I guess, because at first I thought ring planner I would be able to freely, toss them out if I don't want it. But it also actually makes me feel like, okay, I didn't know if I want to write or put something that's super nice because I feel like I'm gonna throw them away. I don't know, but I feel like having a bound book, at least for me, it gives me a sense that I'm like, once this is done, I am gonna keep everything and archive it, like put it away. It's easy to do that. Okay, so number 3, it has a very simple layout. So for me, being able to be creative and still being able to, do my own thing inside a planner is very important for me because I love drawing and I love putting stickers and things like that. This is, for example, this is the blank one, and I format it and just put things like that as I would like. And the daily layout is basically just the date and then there's the schedule if you would like to use the schedule, and there's this section if for whatever you want to put. So I'm not gonna go into details on how I'm using this because I'm gonna make another video on how I fully use this Hobonichi for my personal, but I just want to share and show you a little bit on like, you know, how like the layout is very simple, so I can literally do anything in it, and I love that. I didn't have to, you know, create the basic layout, but I can just use it and create however I want to use. Okay, so that's number 3 reason. The number 4 is the paper. Oh my god, the Tomoe River paper, it's this, so yeah, this is like super thin, but when I write on it, it is just, it's so nice. Like, it's kind of like, you know, crinkly, and it catch the colors really nicely, and it's kind of just making me feel like I am addicted to want to write on this thing. So that, surprisingly, I did not expect that, but wow, now I very much understand on why everybody say they love Tomoe River paper, because yes, it is amazing. And you know, I use markers and they don't like it doesn't go like transfer through to the background. It stays where it is. So that's why I like it so much. So those were my 4 main reasons why I chose Hobonichi. Okay, moving on to the next one that I open every day is my work planner. This is also a Hobonichi, but this is a day-free one because I don't work Saturday and Sunday, so that I don't want to waste the Saturday and Sunday pages. And to give a little bit of background, I work as a Federal Regulatory Affairs Coordinator at a Cancer Research Institute. So basically, I make sure all the clinical trials that we have at our site are in compliance with FDA rules and regulations. I won't go details on how I'm using this in this video because I will make another video on how I am using this as my work planner, and I did have a previous video on how I set my work planner in a ring planner, so if you're interested, I will link in the description below. But even with the day free, I still really like the Hobonichi because it still has the dated monthly view. So I can basically write down everything in here in terms of my meeting schedule and stuff like that. And this is just an example of how I am using it. But again, I'm gonna go a little more details about it in another video. So subscribe if you would like to make sure that you catch the next one. Okay, moving on to the other planner that I also open every day is this one. So this is a Moterm Cream Croc. Oh, sorry, yeah, this one was also a Moterm, but this was the Lychee Lilac. They're both in A6. I love the A6 size. That's something that I discovered during my 2020 planner journey. So yes, this is housing my A6 Weekly Companion, also from Hobonichi. And basically this is my, it's kind of like I use this for a light memory keeping, and in terms of size comparison, this is the actual A6 Hobonichi, and this is the Weekly Companion, so it's slightly smaller. And what I like about this is it has the same layout as the Hobonichi cousin weekly vertical format. So I wanted to have something like this because I do want to do a light memory keeping and track things down, but I didn't want to use the A5 size. So yeah, I am actually housing it in here because I have this extra cover, because I did want to have this cream croc. It's really beautiful, but eventually I'm going to combine this with my A6 in my VDS custom Nodex that I am still waiting. I hope I will get it soon, and I want to do an unboxing video because that's gonna be my first VDS customs. I'm very excited. And I also basically have this two, also from Hobonichi. This one is the photo album, and this one is the card album. This is basically just housing all the stickers, the functional stickers or cute stickers that I use every day. And this one is housing either quote cards, journaling card, and some sticky notes that I find it useful. So if I want to grab it, it's in here. So this is basically what I use again for every day. So this three, they're from Longterm. Obviously this one's for work, so mostly what I use for personal is this two. And the last one, this is an A5. I was actually very surprised that I am using an A5, but here we are. This is on, ta-da, the cloth and paper spiral planner. And I'm housing this in the A5 folio from Filofax. It is so beautiful. I love it so much, and it lays flat. It's so nice. I love it. I'm normally very like pastel, but this is just so sleek and it's so nice. It's something different, but I love it. And it's okay, right, to have multiple different style. And this basically is purely a to-do list or a reminder. So this is basically the first week of January, and this was part of the December. And since it's only 2 weeks into the new year, so I only have 2 weeks for now. And because it's big and I don't normally use like big sizes, but I love all the extra rooms if I would like to use it, I just, put a little reminder or anything that I would see important on a bigger space, just so that it's not blank looking, I guess. But thoroughly, I enjoy using this. Even though it's only like, what, 2 weeks, it's very simple. I basically just, write down things that I would need to do. And if it's filled, it's completed. And this is in progress. And if it has something, this is canceled. It's just like, like a Bujo style. This is basically forwarded to next day or however you want to fill it. And I track my spending as well. The purple would be for like my business, and the orange one is for my personal. So just something, functional. And I use all these 4 planners are basically, they're very functional to me, but it's also fun because I can decorate them and still do multiple different fun layout and how I want to use it. But yeah, this is basically all the planners that I use every day. I know it seems like a lot, but they're all having multiple different purposes, and I love using all of them. Now that I've shared all my everyday planner, let's move on to my reference planner. So yeah, this seems like a lot, but I do not open this every day. It is mostly there to house some information or things that I would like to refer to, or if I would like to update them, they're available. Let's start with this one. This is basically my A6 art journal. It is a Midori grid notebook that I house in my Giglio Crocomat Blush Appunto, also size A6. And this is basically just an art journal. Like if whenever I want to write something, draw something, put memory, or just literally anything that I would like to do, I just put it here. There's no rules on how I need to do it. There's no rules on how often I need to use it. It's just there if I would like to use it. So if you would like to see a flip through on this, let me know in the comment. The next one is my finance planner, and this is actually my first time ever using an actual finance planner. I have never really paid close attention in terms of my finances to the detail, but I would like to try and see this year how it's gonna go, and maybe I'll learn something from it, or I'll get stressed. We'll see. But I do want to say before, even though I do not have a finance planner, I would like to say I'm quite responsible in terms of my finances. And my general rule of thumb is just to not spend. I used to live extremely frugal, but maybe by laying things out more details, I will learn something. Who knows? So yeah, this is housed in my A6 RSL, and because I don't know a lot in terms of my finances and how to use or what works for me or not, I basically use the cloth and paper finance bundle, and I can do a little more explanation in another video on how I'm using this in general. But yeah, I just would like to share that this is part of my reference planner so the finance is like monthly, and this is housing for my personal and rental income or finances in general. I do have a rental property. So yeah, income and expenses. The next one is my, what do you call it, business planner or Etsy planner. And there's not a lot of information in here. What I put in here so far is just my finances in general and tracking like if there's an order or if there is expenses. But I also would like to add my like order, what do you call it, like order sheets. Like if people order, I can just print it and put it in here, and receipt and stuff like that. So it's gonna get built over time. And again, this is not something that I open every day, but it's something that I would like to have and have a house if I would like to put something in terms of my Etsy. So that's it. Okay, I almost forgot. This is an A5 ring planner from Cloth and Paper, and I use this basically for my content planner for my YouTube or anything that I would like to write down. And I will also make another video if you guys are interested in how I am using it. It has the monthly overview, and basically this is what I write in terms of what I want to do, and this is just my brain dump on how I am writing things out to make the video. So that's another one for my reference planner. The last one that I would like to share from my reference planner is basically this long-term planner. It is housing my goals, projects, house maintenance, travel ideas, or literally anything that I would like to keep track of, I guess, like for long term. So like for example, it has my 5 years long-term goals, and then this is a project tracker, and they're all from Cloth and Paper. And this one that I would like to say though, this home maintenance, I created this using PlanifyPro. And PlanifyPro is basically a website where you can, what do you call it, like create, insert, custom, like literally everything you can do it yourself according to your needs. And there are some like template that was already created, and you can adjust it in however you want. So I personally really like PlanifyPro for that. So yeah, I probably will also do another video in terms of how I am using this. And basically, I will do my best. I would like to share how I'm using all of these planners in general, and maybe a little flip through this because it's very straightforward. And same with my everyday to-do, everyday planners that I open. So yes, this seems like a lot, but mainly that I'm using for planners are this 4. And this is just there and available for reference. But yes, I hope you like the video and it's quite informative for you. If you like them, please give a thumbs up and also subscribe if you would like to get notified for my next videos. And yes, my next one is probably going to be how I'm using this one. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. See you next time.